Hello there, everyone. Great to be with you again for Fueling Your Faith this week. Just to let you know, various things coming along. I think we need to start with just a debt of gratitude to the digital services team who've been working so very hard over the last 3 months, which is just three guys actually who've been pulling a lot of the videos together for Sunday mornings. There's an Uber team as well. We need to say thank you to them. I'll do that in another video. But right now, just to concentrate on this team who've been producing our Sunday mornings, and that's Matt Hurd, Ben Watkins and Andy Latham, who have been working tirelessly to do these videos, often in terms of early into the morning. I know the worship team have been doing similar things as well. We're really thankful for these guys. And now the reason I'm saying thank you to them today is that because we are about to move back to live streaming from the Hub this Sunday. This Sunday is going to be very special. I'm very excited. I'm excited because I think it's going to emphasize that kind of feeling of being back together again. I really do. I mean, it's been lovely what's been going on with the kind of Sunday mornings. It's been brilliant. But just to have that feeling of being able to communicate on a Sunday morning, we're still going to be on YouTube, so you're going to have that little sidebar thing where you can put your comments on. But whoever's hosting the meeting, which is going to be me this Sunday, we're going to be able just to say, hey, well, this is what's going on. Let's linger a bit in this bit, or let's move on, or let's respond to what God's saying and get the prayer team connected and involved. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to just be a great time, and it will feel more like us. We always want to be us. We always want to be us as a church and our values. So just to say that's gonna happen. Now, it also just coming up, if you are new, we have got something called Exploring Hope happening, where you get to spend some time with me, hooray, in a Zoom meeting. I know if you can cope with another Zoom meeting, and also with Karis, she's going to be there, my wife, just to communicate and chat through what it means to be part of Hope Church, even in this odd scene, where we're going, who's who, all that kind of stuff. So I want to say, if you are new to us, if you've been with us not very long, or just connected over the last few weeks through this, get along to that. You do need to register for that, because we'll be sending out a specific meeting link for that, and it happens on the 2nd of July, so that's going to be really good fun. You can register for that. It's going to be in the evening, 7:30. Register for that by just going welcome@hope communitychurch.co.uk. So just email the office, whichever one you want to go with, welcome@hope communitychurch.co.uk, or the office, and we'll get you onto that. That'll be really great to see you there. What else have we got going on? Other things that are happening. Oh yes, the survey. So the survey is going on at the moment. We're obviously thinking about, as the government's reducing various things, today we should hear that we'll be able to go to the cinema again. There's various things and museums, very important. There's various things that we'll be thinking about as a church. How can we gather back together again? And so your thoughts on that would be super helpful. So if you could just fill the survey in. If you've got any other comments, other questions, other thoughts, just email those into the office as well. We'd love to hear from you on all that stuff. So that's going on. I think it's the last day today to fill that survey in, so I encourage you to do that if you've not done so already. Now, in terms of fueling your faith today, this is off the back of a prophetic word from somebody called Christina Davidson, you know who you are, where she just wrote to Grantley and I and said, hey, I'm really feeling that we should probably speak in tongues more. There's something in this. And I think she's right. We often speak on prophecy, we often speak on lots of gifts, but tongues is one that we've not really engaged in. And you say, well, what is tongues? Well, tongues is a gift given by God, and it just means another language. And so when you're praying, rather than using English, you will use another language. And you might be sitting there going, well, I don't speak another language. That's okay, because God gives it, and it can be another actual language on earth, or it can be a heavenly language. And I don't know which is which, all sorts of things. It could be an ancient language, or you just find that you end up speaking this. It was really interesting, actually. Karis and I both had this experience when we were at our previous church. We were in a meeting just praying in tongues, and somebody came up afterwards and said, hey, you need to know, I speak Arabic, and you have just said this. Now, neither of Karis or I speak Arabic. Okay, you need to know that. But it was just a wonderful moment of, wow, this is what can happen. And this is what Paul says about tongues, okay? In 1 Corinthians 14, he says, pursue love and earnestly desire the spiritual gifts, especially that you may prophesy. For one who speaks in a tongue speaks not to men, but to God, for no one understands him, but he utters mysteries in the Spirit. On the other hand, the one who prophesies speaks to people for their upbuilding and encouragement and consolation. The one who speaks in a tongue builds up himself, but the one who prophesies builds up the church. Now, I want you all to speak in tongues, but even more to prophesy. Wow, that'd be great. The one who prophesies is greater than the one who speaks in tongues, unless someone interprets, so that the church may be built up. Now, in a congregation, in a church setting, when we're all together, the place of tongues has a very specific place and needs interpretation. And I think lots of people get worried about that. Don't worry about it. Okay, we'll address that when it comes along. I'd rather have too many tongues and have to deal with that than none at all. But when it comes to your personal time with God, speaking in tongues is something that really can fuel your faith. It's something that when you don't know what to say or you just want to spend some time with God, it just overflows. Now, if you've never spoken in tongues before, I'm going to give you some hints. But if you have spoken in tongues before, I just encourage you, do it every day. Go for it every day. It doesn't have to be in a holy setting. It hasn't been anything else. I had one friend who used to do this. He used to walk through on his journey to work every morning on his commute. He walked through Norwich City Centre. And as he was walking through Norwich City Centre, what he used to do is he used to put his phone to his ear, not turned on or anything like that. And he used to speak in tongues into it. So he was having a conversation with God in another language on his phone. And obviously people just looked at him and didn't think he was weird or anything. So they thought, I was just speaking a language I don't understand. They were actually right. That was what was going on. But I love that idea. We're just every day speaking in tongues. I know other people, they can almost continually kind of speak in tongues. That's their natural default. And then they kind of, their prayer life is built on that. So I just encourage you and say, hey, go for it. If you've got the gift already, go for it. If you haven't, ask for it. And here's just something I find helpful. I think you need to start. And one of the best ways to do that is to do it as an overflow of worship. So when you are worshipping, you can put your favourite CD on. Okay, I've just said how old I am there. No, when you put your favourite tune on, on your iPhone or your device or through Spotify, he says recovering well, whatever it is, you can just worship. And then off the back of worship, if you've never done before, like, Lord, I'd really love this gift. And then just go for it. You need to actually say something to start with. Some people go, I want the gift of tongues. No, you need to form some syllables and go for it, and then just see where God takes you. You'll probably go with one sentence to start with and then think, I'm feeling a bit silly. Don't worry about it. Keep the music playing in your ears and just keep going with it until you feel that you're there. It's a gift for everyone, and Paul says, I would love everyone to have it. Why? Because it builds you up. It edifies you. It does something in you that you can't explain. It is a spiritual act that infuses with your spirit and just builds you up. So there you go. That's fueling faith for you today. And I just want to pray right now. I just release the gift of speaking in tongues over you right now. If you've never had that gift, I just release that over you in the name of Jesus so that you could just be blessed and edified and built up. Bless you, church. And I look forward to seeing you soon.